Hey guys, today I got a Wi-Fi battle for you against the guy by the name of Bbbbbb126126. That's quadruple B 126126 for you. Anyways, it's actually an OU match, and let me just talk about his team for a second. He has the Ambipom, and which obviously carries the Fake Out. I've seen some varieties of the normal gem, but most actually carry the Life Up. So, but both are threatening in their own self. But then he has the Porygon 2, probably the Violet version. He has the Suicune, the Donphan probably as a rapid spinner, then maybe the Ice Shard, then Stealth Rocks obviously. He has the Espeon. Now I'm scared about the Espeon because my Cofagrigus actually carries the Will-O-Wisp, so does my Ninetales. I can't actually set up the Will-O-Wisp on anything because his Espeon can just come in to reflect the Will-O-Wisp. And then he has the Salamence, which is a big set to my team because Mixmans can actually take out anything on my team. Right from my Chansey to my Cofagrigus, he can take out anything. Now that I've talked about his team, let's actually get into the battle itself. I predict him to lead off with his Ambipom, his Pimp Hands, as you can see his nickname is, and I just lead off with my Mr. Fox, my Ninetales, just to get up the sun from the very beginning, so that it'll stay for the rest of the match, because I see that he doesn't have any opposing weather on his team, so my sun is going to be there to stay. And I predict the obvious Fake Out, so I just go straight into my Coughing, which has base 140 defense. That's huge. That's what she said. Anyways, fail jokes apart, I predict his switching into Espeon, predicting one of my maybe a Will-O-Wisp or Toxic or something, and that's why I go for the Shadow Ball. But he actually switches into his Porygon 2, which is immune to the Shadow Ball, so it doesn't do anything. He goes for the Toxic on me, and then I go for the Will-O-Wisp, but he avoids the attack. And right now I'm free to go for the Will-O-Wisp again, because even if his Espeon does come in and reflects it back, I'm already poisoned, so nothing's gonna happen. So I do go for the Will-O-Wisp. For some reason he goes for the Ice Beam, and which ends up doing maybe around 25% of my Cofagrigus because I'm max HP. So I don't really know what he was doing. Right now I predict him to either switch out or to stay in and keep on going for the Ice Beam. He's not going to go for the Toxic again because I'm already poisoned. So I switch out to my Darmanitan, which resists the Ice Beam, and it's Scarf. So if he switches out, I'll probably be able to outspeed whatever comes in. And he does stay in and go for the Ice Beam, and it's not very effective, so it does less than 15-20% to me. I predict he switch out again and I go for the U-turn, but he just stays in. I don't know why he's leaving his Porygon 2 in here for a long time, but much past how much is needed. Anyway, I U-turn out into my Flubber, my Chansey, because the only thing he has left is the Toxic, because he has nothing else to hurt my Darmanitan, so it's pretty obvious that he would go for the Toxic. So he gets the Toxic Poison up on my Chansey, which is not really a problem because my Chansey has the Natural Cure. It also actually has the Heal Bell, so my Cofagrigus is also not that hindered by the Toxic actually. Right now is a bit of a story part where he goes for the Recover. I Wish Up, and also and then I think he switches out right now into his Espeon, whereas I predict him to stay in actually, and I switch onto my Breloom to threaten him out with a Mark Punch. And so this is not that great of a matchup for me because Breloom versus Espeon, he doesn't want to take a Psychic. Breloom does not want to take a Psychic from the Espeon. So I predict the Psychic and I go out into my Shiftry because I know most Espeons carry the Psychic. And he does go for the Psychic, and I'm immune because of the Dark typing. He's not going to stay in on a Shiftry to get hit by a Dark type move. He could potentially set up the screens, but he'd probably die in the process. This leaves me free to get up a +2 with the Swords Dance, and his Salamence comes in, which is a huge threat. Then I go for the Sucker Punch, and right here folks, you're going to see the raw power of the Shiftry because it takes out that Salamence in one hit, and that big dragon dinosaur thing just dies, just sinks down to the floor in despair. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, then his Suicune comes in, and my Shiftry just goes for the Seed Bomb because it's super effective and whatnot. So his Suicune really doesn't stand a chance against my +2 Shiftry with Chlorophyll, and my speed I think is at 500 because I think without Chlorophyll it's at 250. That's how much I gave the Shiftry, and right now with the Chlorophyll it'll be around 500. So he sends in his Porygon 2, and he should have actually done this the turn before, because the only thing I have to hit him with is the Low Kick, and the Low Kick is not going to do that much to him because he is not that heavy. And so +2 Low Kick does around 50%, and he's free to take me out with the Ice Beam. And Shiftry is frail as hell, so one Ice Beam from a Porygon 2 is certainly going to take him out, even though it's not probably invested in special attack EVs. Right now this is an opportunity for me to go into my Breloom just to hit it with a Mark Punch, because there's no way the Porygon 2 is going to live a Mark Punch from a Technician Breloom. So I think Mark Punch's power is now base 90 because of the Technician. Now he goes into his Espeon, and I predict the Psychic again. But now my Shiftry is dead. I can't go into that. So the next best thing is is my Chansey, which can absorb the Psychic like anything. Like it doesn't do anything to my Chansey. It does not 20%. And then his Espeon actually sets up the Calm Minds on me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because my Chansey can take +3, +4 Calm Mind Psychics from Espeon any day throughout the day. I have the Wish, I have the Protect. My Chansey can outstall his Espeon any day. And I have the Seismic Toss, so while his Espeon's HP is going down, mine's just going up because of the Protect and the Wish and all that shenanigans. And he just keeps on going for the Calm Mind right here, and I think he's at +2 right now. +2 Calm Mind is not going to do anything at all to my Chansey because of the massive HP, the massive special defense. My Chansey is actually here, it's plus defense with the, I think, defense boosting nature. But anyways, a Calm Mind will yet do a +2 Psychic is yet going to do around 25%, and I just take out his Espeon with the Seismic Toss. And right now his Espeon's dead. I think the only things he has left are his Ambipom and his Donphan. So he sends in his Ambipom. I go for the Protect, predicting the Fake Out, and he does Protect. He does Fake Out. Sorry, he does Fake Out, and I protect myself. Right now I'm predicting any of the physical move from some Ambipoms carry the low kick. Mine does actually. So I go to my Coughing to be immune to any move he has. And he actually ends up going for the Last Resort. So right here I find out that he's actually running the Fake Out Last Resort set, which is gimmicky to say the best, because I have run the same thing on PO and it hasn't worked out that well. You need special situations for it to work out. And he goes in his Donphan, and I just go for the Will-O-Wisp to hit the incoming Donphan, but it actually ends up missing. Now in hindsight, this is actually not a bad thing, because now it leaves me free to actually go to my Breloom and put the Donphan to sleep. Which is exactly what I do. I go to my Don't Mess, the Breloom, and he actually ends up going for the Head Smash, which I haven't seen on any Donphan actually. And he goes for the Head Smash, but it ends up missing, which I don't think that mattered a lot, because my Breloom obviously does resist the Head Smash because of its fighting type. I put the Donphan to sleep with the Spore, and right here I just go for the +2, the big +2, the Swords Dance. And now my attack is at +2, and his Donphan is yet sleeping, taking a nap on the battlefield. And I am free right now to just go for the Bullet Seed, which will negate his 30 because it's a multi-hit attack. So the first Bullet Seed almost takes him right down to his 30, which just shows you the raw power of the Breloom. A +2 Breloom's Bullet Seed takes the Donphan